welcome back as we continue a health focus right now. Whether you're a competing athlete, a weekend sports player, a weekend warrior, or dedicated to fitness as part of your lifestyle, the foundation to improve performance is a nutritionally good diet and keeping those electrolytes replenished. That's the key word. Tiger Brand's corporate nutritionist and good friend of ours, Arthur Ramaroka, is here to delve into this topic a little more. Arthur, good to see you here.
Thanks for having
We love you, man, because you always bring the goodies.
It's always good to be here.
You bring the goodies, but you also bring us the facts and the nutrition behind the goodies. And where were you before I took on the challenge to run my first marathon? But I want to know from you, Arthur, why is it so important to stay hydrated, especially for people that are active, whether it's over the weekend or whether you're playing sports professionally or just passionate about fitness?
You know, what I always say is, Zoe, when we sweat, we not only lose, water, but we also lose electrolytes, right? And it becomes important so that we stay hydrated throughout the day, Being hydrated is very good because if you're dehydrated, it can impact, on the exercise that you want to do. Either you're active or you're involved, as a sport athlete. So I usually say that, for every 10 kg of body weight that you have, you need to have a glass of water or low kilojoule, beverage. So if you weigh 70 kilograms, it means you can have 7 glasses of water or low kilojoule beverage. So that's how you're actually going to stay hydrated. Yes.
Yeah, and it's just take it step by step. I like that. You don't have to go and drink like 3 liters of water straight out, just step by step. Yeah, exactly. That's my problem is I have a tiny bladder, yeah. You mentioned the word electrolytes. I've heard the term dual electrolytes. Can you expand on that?
Yeah. Well, it's about the combination of sodium and potassium, These two electrolytes are actually very involved in nerve and muscle function, preventing cramps for those who are actually active, and also they're stimulating thirst and making sure that we have the right fluid balance in our body. So, sodium and potassium, they actually work in synergy so that, our blood pressure is well maintained and also, our body fluid balance is actually at the right state. That's why we have it in ENERGADE 0, so that that synergistic work between sodium and potassium can actually provide us with the improved muscle function and for improved performance.
I love it because it's a system. Our body is a system that's always striving for balance.
Yes.
And I love that those electrolytes, this is the one time where you can mention potassium in a good way.
Yeah,
love that.
I know.
Not a bad thing. So what is it about drinks, beverages that's full of electrolytes that's just so much better during exercise than just a normal bottle of water?
Yeah. And I think the important thing is that they deliver quick source of electrolytes, as we're talking about electrolytes. So they're a really good source of electrolytes so that, you are able to maintain, that balance that we're looking for. But also they help in replenishment, You've been sweating out, during the day or at gym or outside, if you love the outdoor as well. So you want to make sure that also the electrolytes that you lost through sweat, you actually get them. And, those types of beverages are actually really good in delivering, a quick source.
Otherwise, you're going to hit that wall, man. And I hate it. It's one of those things like we get it in our job every day. Like we're 11:30, 12, you're like, oh, man, I didn't replenish. I didn't put back in what was taken out. This is an impossible question because I haven't been able to figure it out. What's your favorite flavor?
Oh, my favorite flavor. It has to be, the strawberry and cucumber. There is something really refreshing about it. I mean, that taste, I can't explain it. I guess it has to do with that, cooling, refreshing taste that you get from cucumber and that combination of strawberry. Oh, I just love it.
Magic, yeah.
No, it definitely is magic. I love this. I mean, we've been doing workouts. We've been, trying out the ENERGADE 0, and it's the flavors. I don't know how do you choose a favorite. I honestly don't.
Look, this being said, and it's dawning on me now, I think something that Ralph said to me in his preparation for, I think, his last World Champs, he was saying the big shift for him, because he's always been in supreme shape, was diet. He had made some small changes, whole foods being a big part of that. But why, for a professional athlete or someone who is pushing their body in that space to that degree, why is nutrition so important?
That's a very good question. I mean, consuming the right amount of foods, right, it's important for everyone. But I think sports athletes need to be aware that it can actually impact their performance, right? So I usually say for sports athletes, they need to prioritize 3 things. It should be about fueling your body, it should be about hydration, but also recovery, which sometimes you forget. Because if you don't allow your body to recover well, especially through the good foods that you need to include that help you recover. You're not going to perform. So fueling your body is about eating the right amount of foods with the right type of nutrients so that your body can actually perform at its best. And then hydration, as we spoke about it, it's about, getting those electrolytes in and, of course, recovery.
And I feel like
heal yourself, yeah.
recovery is that one thing we all forget about. Also, thank you for joining us this morning. And of course, you too, you can become your best and keep winning with ENERGADE Zero. Now, ENERGADE Zero, that fuels the winners in you, and it helps you to step up your game.
Remember, you stand that chance of winning 2,000 Rand in cash and a hamper weekly when you step up your game with ENERGADE Zero. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter or Instagram page and tell us how you step up your game with ENERGADE Zero. And don't forget to hashtag it, step up your game in that answer, and follow and tag at ENERGADE SA if entering on Instagram, and then at ENERGADE simply if entering on Facebook. And this week's competition closes midday this Friday. That's the 28th of October, but you can find all the terms and conditions that apply on expressoshow.com. Good luck, Arthur. We love you. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you for having me.
How many excuses you're going to make?
0.
That's also the amount of sugar in the new ENERGADE Zero sports drink.